All right, yeah, welcome to another interesting episode of iMedia Podcast. And on today's episode, we're going to be looking at why you should consider using mobile microfinance bank for your transactions compared to the conventional banks. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. So welcome to another interesting episode of iMedia Podcast. And before we continue, have you heard of the NIBBS? Okay, if you've not heard of it, it is the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System. So, and according to the NIBBS, the electronic payment transaction failure, which include POS debt error, card rejections, and POS network glitches. So all of these that happens when you are trying to make a transfer from one particular bank to another. So they said, according to that their own data as of 2019, the failure rate of the transaction on POS stood at 15.68%. So the NIBAS has recorded 137,132 failure rates for just one day. That's what happened in March this year due to the cash crunch. And since the cash crunch, more Nigerians have actually moved to use mobile transaction to carry out their day-to-day transactions. And this has actually put more pressure on the facilities of the conventional banks, making more people to consider using the mobile microfinance banks like Opay, Kuda, MoniePoint, and a host of them. So, and this has actually brings force to the fore, especially if you are a business owner or somebody who carry out less of transaction. We are going to be sharing reasons why you might want to consider using the mobile microfinance banks for your transactions instead of the conventional banks like GT, Access, and First Bank, and a host of other banks. The mobile microfinance bank like Opay, MoniePoint, and Kuda, they are a mobile payment platform that offers various services which include money transfer, bill payment, and more. So welcome to another interesting episode of iMedia Podcast, and this is a production of iMedia Digital Hub, and this is a place where we discuss everything around business and technology. My name is Shamsuddin Abdulrazak. Here are some of the advantages of using the mobile microfinance bank platforms to carry out your transactions. This mobile microfinance bank provide what we call convenience in such a way that it makes transfer and payment directly from other mobile phones quite easier. So you don't need to visit a physical bank branch or ATM, or even it saves you time and effort. So which is with the app of any of these, you having any of the mobile microfinance bank app, you can initiate transactions anytime, anywhere, and also as long as you have an internet connection, you're good to go. Although the conventional banks also can make this easier, but one thing is it's more faster when you use some of these mobile microfinance bank, because since like the cash crunch, like we said earlier, the mobile the conventional banks, because they already have the numbers, have a lot of traffic to their server, making the transaction quite slow, and a lot of lag time, making a lot of people not to have access to their money in time. Another thing that we are also considering, which is the number 2 here, is the ease of use. So the ease of use, it makes it easier. The user interface is designed to be intuitive and user friendly, making it easier for anyone to navigate and use the platform, and you can quickly set up an account and link up the bank account and the card, and start making transfer within minutes. So what this particular microfinance bank, mobile microfinance bank does is in such a way that with your phone, you can instantly create a bank account and start using. All you need to download is to download the app, and you're good to go. So we've seen cases like that, and we also have such with banks like Taj Bank, whereby you might not necessarily need to visit the bank before you can open a Taj Bank account. And with this, All what you just need to do is just to download the app, and all you need to do, you are able to open your bank account seamlessly. So it saves you the bureaucracy of going to the bank to go say, okay, fine, you have to submit NEPA bills, you have to submit a whole lot of bills before you are able to open a bank account. So this particular mobile microfinance bank, they've killed those particular bureaucracy, making it much faster, although they also have their own ways of authenticating you as a real person, and you are able to transact business on their platforms. So another thing that we need to look at is, which is number 3, is the fact that the mobile microfinance bank provides what we call fast speed transactions. So you are able to carry out transactions more faster compared to the ones you carry out with conventional banks, allowing you to spend a host of time to send and receive money, and also almost instantly. So this is one of the advantages you have using some of these platforms. So transfer within the network of this mobile microfinance bank are typically processed within seconds, making it more convenient and options for urgent or time-sensitive transactions. So imagine a situation whereby you need to carry out a transaction almost immediately. All you need to do is to make sure that you are able to carry out that particular transaction seamlessly. Imagine a situation whereby you need to carry out a transaction, and like maybe it's an issue of life and death, or you need to pay almost immediately. And with what we've had now, some of these conventional banks, they take time. So now that's one thing. So another thing that we also need to look at, one of the advantages of using this mobile microfinance bank, is the fact that they often charge lower transaction fee. So at the beginning, the mobile microfinance banks like Opay, they barely charge anything. So they just charge little. They don't even charge anything at all. But now they've actually introduced a fee for their transactions, and it's still lower compared to what we have with the traditional banks. So this can result in cost savings, especially for frequent or high value transfers. So the exact fees may depend on the specific transactions type and the amount you want to use. It's important to check the schedules, the fee schedules, to know the accurate information for the transactions. So, and one other thing they also have is expanded services. So in addition to the mobile transfer, so these banks now have a range of other services, such as bill payment. So you can pay maybe your NEPA light or the AEDC light. So depending on where you stay, you can actually pay for your bills, and you can also do airtime top-up. So of course you can also do that via the normal conventional banks, but this particular one makes it so seamless and very much faster. And even access to loans and investment options are also available using this mobile microfinance bank. This comprehensive suite of services makes this mobile microfinance banks like Opay, Kuda, MoniePoint a versatile platform for anyone to cater for the financial needs. Another one that is also very important is the fact that this mobile microfinance bank can be accessed by anyone with compatible smartphone, and internet access. That's all you just need. So this can be all you just need is just the mobile phone and the internet access. Then you already have a bank in your pocket. This accessibility is particularly beneficial for individuals who may not be able to have access to traditional banking services, and or live in areas where physical banks are limited. So, and this is particular for people who are unbanked, like so to say, the people who don't have access to banks in their community. And this is one of the best shots they can always have. Another one is the security measures. So this particular mobile microfinance banks implement security measures to protect user data and transactions. So these measures include encryption, two-factor verification, and also anti-fraud system. While there is no system that is completely immune, so this particular mobile microfinance banks take steps to ensure that they have what we call the jbef.app.link security on their platforms. So now let's look at it. It is important to note that while Opay offers many advantages, it may not be the best option for everyone or for all types of transactions. So factors such as transaction limits, which of course it has. So it has a transaction limit. You might not be able to use them. You might not also be able to have a lot of currency availability. So they have limitations based on that. And specific services you require will actually determine the kind of banks you use. But what we are talking about, accessibility and time. When you talk about time in carrying out transactions so fast, small transactions so fast, then you might really be thinking of this the mobile microfinance banks, and definitely it has actually proven that it is seamless and it is easier to use. It is important to note that while these mobile money platforms offers many advantages, it may not be the best for you to carry out all types of transactions. So factors like transactions limits, if you have to do a heavy or huge transfer or carry out a lot of huge transactions, then definitely there are limitations to do that, because even by law they are just microfinance banks. But then currency availability, you might also want to have some limitations with them, and the specific services you require should be considered when deciding which platform to use for your transfer. So, but either way, what we are talking about, the mobile money platforms, what they comes with is, if you need to carry out small bit-sized transactions, then definitely this platform are the best shots for you. We'd like to hear from you, your experience, especially interfacing in this era of the cashless policy. How far has it been for you? What has been giving you headache? Have you been leveraging on some of these mobile money platforms to carry out your transactions? And tell us which has actually been seamless for you. Is it the mobile microfinance bank or the conventional banks, and while interacting with their mobile platforms? Many thanks for watching today's episode. We would love to hear from you. You can share your thoughts on the comment section, and definitely we'll be glad to hear from you. Many thanks for watching. My name is Shamsuddin Abdulrazak Gidado, and this is me saying bye-bye.